have a fear of substitution. A fear of substitution. Like for example, okay, I know that x is going to be 2 over here. I need to substitute it into every time I see the x. Are you afraid, for example, if it is a negative value of x, then you square it, will you end up having the wrong sign? Questions like this. If you have such a fear, I just thought of a way that should and hopefully will help you. Actually, I've been showing you this for the past few lessons already. So here is what I would like you to do if you ever have such a fear. For substitution, you copy this entire equation down. But every time you see the x, you replace it with brackets first. Okay? So y equals to, I see an x. So instead of writing x, I put bracket. Then I see a square. Minus 4. I see another x, I change it to bracket. Then becomes plus 5. As long as you are able to write this down, that means replace all the times you see x with brackets. You are safe. Because from here on, all we need to do is to fill in the blanks. X is now equal to 2. Put it in here. Put it in here. 2 and 2. If you're not confident, use your calculator to help you. Key in exactly what you see. So we will end up with 9 minus 8, which is 1. Okay, now next. Instead of 2, we have 3. Put it inside. 3 square is 9, plus 5, 14, minus 12. 14 minus 12, that will give us 2. The final value. We have x equals to 6. So this is how you read the table. X equals to 6. What is this corresponding value of y? So put it in here, 6 and 6. So we have 36 plus 5 and minus 24. 17. Do you have this in your table? Sometimes this is worth 2 marks. 1 mistake minus 1 mark. Okay? Typically 2 marks. Now we are going to draw the graph. You have to do it accurately. Group them together. X is negative 1. Block negative 1, level 10. Block negative 1, level 10. Mark out across. Block 0, level 5. Mark it out exactly here. Block 1, level 2. Block 2, level 1. Block 3, level 2. Block 4, level 5. Block 5, level 10. Block 6, level 17. This will give you 1 mark. I don't even need to see you join them. If you can plot all of them correctly, 1 mark already. Next is to join them together with a smooth curve. So this will take some practice. Label your graph. This is the graph of y equals to x squared minus 4x plus 5. With this correct curve, you get 1 more mark. Quite a good deal, huh? This gives you 4 marks already. Now, is it possible to get a correct curve if your plots are wrong? For example, if you read one of it wrongly, maybe instead of this point, you plot it over here. Is it possible to get a smooth curve if one of your points is wrong? Cannot. You look at it, it looks weird already, right? So if you lose this mark, you will also lose this mark. Quite risky. That's why you have to make sure you know how to plot. Right, next. Use your graph to find the value of y when x equals to 4.8. All these, they are worth 1 mark each. 1 mark. Very good deal. Value of y when x is 4.8. So they are telling us over here, This is block 4.8. So blocks are vertical. Take a ruler or something straight, go and find block 4.8. Okay, so since this is block 4 and this is block 5, we've got 5 little squares between block 4 and block 5. Every little square will therefore represent 0.2. So this is 4.2, 4.4, 4.6, 4.8. Use a ruler, go all the way up and touch the graph. This is block 4.8. And what level is your friend staying on? Your friends are all on this curve. So read carefully. I see this value. This is 5 small units, 5 small squares represent 2 units. Right, between 8 and 10, that is 5 small units, and 5 small squares, and that is 2 units. My graph tells me, oh, it is 3 small squares. 3 small squares represent 2 over 5 times 3. That gives me 6 over 5 units, which is actually 1.2. So if this is 8 plus 3 small squares, this value over here is actually 9.2. So my answer for part 1, the value of y is 9.2. We will allow some, we can allow for some allowance. So if you are not too accurate, it is okay. Because even my curve is not the best. This may not be the exact answer. So typically it's going to be acceptable range, maybe plus minus 0.2. If your answer is 9, accepted. If your answer is 9.1, accepted. 9.3 also can, 9.4 also can. As long as you're not too far off. Next part. Find the value of x when y equals to 3. Now they tell us that it is level 3. That's in part 2. Level 3. So if this is level 2, this is level 4, level 3 must be in the middle. Draw a line across. And we notice that, hey, there are 2 people staying in level 3. The first guy is in this block. The second guy in this block. So what are these values? 5 small squares represent 1 unit. 3 small squares will represent 0.6. That's my first answer. My second answer will be 3.4. So I have 2 answers. Part 2, x equals to 0.6 or 3.4. Again, some allowance is accepted as long as you are not too far off from these 2 values. Okay? Part 3, equation of the line of symmetry of the graph. This is our graph. Now imagine if I remove this portion. Can you find the line of symmetry? Line of symmetry, can you put a mirror to separate it left and right, and then they have the same shape? So where is the mirror? It's going to be a vertical line, right? Vertical line, this way. Notice that it passes through the lowest point. Even if I continue drawing this, earlier on there was an extension over there, my line of symmetry doesn't change because on the other side, it also extends all the way. So the line of symmetry will always pass through the lowest point or the highest point. If your graph looks like this, then your line of symmetry will be a vertical line here. Okay, this is your curve, this is your line of symmetry. If it is a smiley face, then your line of symmetry will also pass through the lowest point. And all these vertical lines, they are represented by blocks. All your blocks outside, they are vertical. So they are x values. This is x equals to 2. Block 2. Because everybody in this block is staying at block 2. Different level, but all block 2. So answer for part 3. The line of symmetry is x equals to 2. Once we have that, moving on to part 4. The minimum value of y, the smallest possible value of y. We have to refer back to our graph again. For all the people staying over here in this graph, they stay at different blocks, different levels. Who stays at the lowest level? Where is the person that stays at the lowest level? Over here. Nobody stays lower than him already. So what level is he staying at? This value over here, we can actually read it from our table. When x goes to 2, 1. This guy is staying at level 1. So the minimum value of y is 1. Everybody else is staying above level 1 already. I think there's a question 4 that I haven't gone through, right? I was too engrossed with the graph drawing. Okay, now let's head back to question 4. Here we have a graph of y equals to 10 minus x squared. Can you tell where the line of symmetry is? Yes, it has to cut through the maximum point. So this y-axis is our line of symmetry, and this is given by x equals to 0. Maybe we'll need that later on. So they tell us in part A that the graph cuts the y-axis at 0, 8. Can you please take a pen and write down? This 0 over here represents x. The first number, that will be our block, that is our x. So what must the A represent? Now it must be y. Here they are telling us that x equals to 0. What shall we do with x equals to 0? Go back to the equation. They tell you that y is equals to 10 minus x squared. Given a value of x, you can find the value of y. So today, x is equals to 0. They want to find out at block 0, what level is this guy staying at? So we're going to have to do a substitution. Why? We are copying everything down. Every time I see the x, I put a bracket, and everything else is copied down. So they tell us that, hey, the x value is 0. 10 minus 0 squared. Answer is 10. So this means that y is equals to 10. That means my A, which is y, is equals to 10. A equals to 10. Now in part B, it cuts the x-axis at B and at C. Find the values of B and C. Same approach. This is the x and this is the y value. This is x and this is y. We see that in both cases, the y value is equal to 0. So we're going to substitute y with something else. We're going to change all the y to become 0. So from the same equation, now because I want to substitute y, so I put a bracket equals to 10 minus x squared. I want to change all the y to something else, and in this case, they want it to be equal to 0. So 10 minus x squared equals to 0. Think about that. 10 minus x squared equals to 0. What does that tell you about x squared? You take away x squared from 10, and you're left with nothing. What must the x squared be? It must be 10. X squared must be 10. There's no choice. Now, x squared is equals to 10. How are we going to find x? So something times something equals to 10. What is that something? How do we go about finding out? For example, if I tell you that x squared equals to 25, what is x equals to? Is 5 the only answer? There is another answer. Yes, 5 or negative 5. We get it by square rooting. So if I tell you that x squared equals to 9, what is x equals to? 3. Is 3 the only answer? Negative 3 also. Because we are taking positive and negative square root. One last case, if x squared equals to 49, what is x equals to? Negative 7 or 7. Okay, now x squared equals to 10. X must be plus minus square root of 10. Whatever that value is, square root 10. 3.1622. So x equals to 3.1622 or negative 3.1622. These are our two values of x. So one of them must be B and one of them must be C. How do you decide which is which? Looking at the number line, which is smaller, B or C? Which is smaller? Which is the smaller number? It has to be B since it is on the left hand side. And in fact, I can tell that B is a negative number because over here will be negative 1, negative 2, so on and so forth. And here we have 1, 2, so on and so forth. So B has to be negative 3.162. Okay, so here we can conclude B equals to negative 3.16 after rounding off to 3SF. So since this is B, then C must be the positive value, 3.16. So these are our answers. Alright, next, question 6. Complete a table. Every time we are completing table, we are doing substitution. Every time we are doing substitution, replace all the x with brackets. Copy y equals to 3. I see a bracket, so I bracket. Now I see an x. So change the x to become a bracket. I see minus 2. I see close bracket. I see open bracket. I see x. Change it to brackets again. Plus 2, close bracket. So now I have to put in negative 2 inside this bracket. And over here, negative 2, negative 2. So use your calculator to help you. 3 times negative 4. Negative 2 plus 2, oh, negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So 0 times something will be 0. Okay, that's our first blank. Second blank. We're going to replace x with 0. So put this inside. Put it inside. 3 times of negative 2 is negative 6 times 2. We have negative 12. 2 more blanks to go. Put 2 inside. Put 2 inside. 2 minus 2 is 0. I know this is going to be 0 already. Last case, 3. And 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. 5 times 3, 15. So because they make you calculate so many of them, this is probably worth 3 marks. 2 or 3 marks. Everything wrong, minus 1 mark. Then plot. And use the graph to get the answer. Today's homework is question 7A and 7B. Okay, I'm not giving you a lot, It is just 7A and 7B. Come up with a design. That's it.